Hello everyone, welcome back to another lesson in our C#. In this lesson, we are diving into one of the foundation pillar of object-oriented programming, encapsulation. It's all about protecting data and ensuring controlled access. Let's explore what encapsulation means, when to use it, the best practice, and have some example. So, what's encapsulation? Encapsulation is the practice of bundling data and methods that operate on that data into a single unit, usually a class. By restricting direct access to some of an object component, encapsulation allows you to protect and manage your data effectively. So, the process of restricting direct access to an object data and providing control access through method or property. Then we can say again, encapsulation ensures the internal implementation details are hidden from the outside world, and only the necessary parts are exposed for interaction. So before to dive when to use it, let me understand why I have to use encapsulation. Actually, for some points, starting from data protection, to prevent unauthorized or accidental modification of sensitive data. Modularity, keep related data and method together, improving code organization, maintainability, and flexibility. So we can say encapsulation ensure your code is robust, modular, and easier to maintain. And same as we mentioned before, when to use it to protect the critical data from being accidentally modified, like bank balance or user credentials, or to enforce validation on business rule. Real-world applications that normally use encapsulation, it's basically like payment gateway to secure handling of transaction data to prevent tampering. Let's switch to Visual Studio and have a look about one example over there. So let's have here an example of encapsulation. Here we created a class, call it bank account, to manage the balance in a secure way. That's why we have here a property of balance, which is like access modifier, call it private. And if you can see here, to access this property, you should access it through a method. You cannot access this one directly. As you can see here, we have a constructor to initialize the initial balance for this property, or even if you would like to deposit, you would like to use a method to put extra amount into this balance, and the vice versa. In case of withdrawal, we have here a checkup to check if your balance is less than 0, it will throw an exception, otherwise you can withdraw your balance. So here, to communicate or to deal or to access to the private field, you should go through the constructor or through the method itself. So we can conclude here to use encapsulation if your data is sensitive, or if you would like to enforce some business rule. But if your data is very simple or performing like very generic data or temporary, so in that case, you don't need encapsulation. So encapsulation, it's a powerful, but it is not always necessary. Overusing it can lead to complexity,